It still will be able to ensure safety this weekend as thousands of people are now rallying, and they will do so downtown in what is being called the March of Our Lives.
It is part of a national movement tomorrow sparked by the mass school shooting in Parkland, Florida. Student activists are calling on lawmakers to take action on gun control. We have team coverage for you tonight. Christy Etheridge in Washington, D.C., where up to 500,000 people are expected to march tomorrow. But let's start with Joe Hankey, who will be covering the rally here in Atlanta. Joe, there have been a lot of questions about a donation for the rally here.
Well, Cheryl, the rally, the march tomorrow in downtown Atlanta, 7,000 to 10,000 people are expected to show up there, according to estimates from Atlanta police. And late this afternoon, we also learned Atlanta student-led march did receive at least $20,000 in taxpayer funds. The Atlanta mayor's office says they are supporting the city's youth, but the donation is not supporting any political position.
On Saturday, students from around the country will be marching to demand stricter gun laws. The main march will be held in Washington, D.C., but here in Georgia, there will also be a total of 16 marches. In total, more than 840 marches worldwide are registered with the March for Our Lives organization. Here in Atlanta, signs are being made, and student leaders like Royce Mann are taking care of last-minute prep work.
After the shooting last month in Parkland, Florida, like young people around the country, I said that enough is enough. I've grown up in a country where mass shootings and gun violence in general has reached a level of normalism that it shouldn't.
Atlanta's march will begin at the Center for Civil and Human Rights and end at Liberty Plaza by the state capitol, where marchers will listen to several speakers. 11 Alive confirmed today through the mayor's office at least $20,000 is being donated toward the march. The funds will cover police, EMS, medical, and other security expenses for the event, but not private security. The mayor's chief of staff, Katrina Taylor Parks, says the city is supporting youth expressing their First Amendment rights and reflecting the history of Atlanta through a march, but the donation is not meant to show support for a political agenda. The organizers behind Atlanta's march are welcoming any support.
I think it's also great to see the adults in support, letting the youth lead and listening to the youth. My only hope is that the power that you see with all these youth coming out on Saturday, that you'll see that in November and in 2020, and that same power will be taken to the polls.
We contacted the city auditor's office today for documentation of that $20,000 donation. We are told because of the cyber attack, they were not able to access their records today. Atlanta Police's Homeland Security Unit is monitoring for any security issues in downtown tomorrow, but they have not discovered any credible information about counter-protests on Saturday. We have information on the locations and times of all 16 marches in Georgia right now on 11alive.com.